Westfield shopping centre, and of course there are many shops and hundreds, in fact thousands of products for sale. But what if what you sell is a service? How are you going to sell a service because a shop's not going to do it for you? Here's how. You need a presentation. A presentation does two things: serves and sells. I say serve because in a presentation, in order to attract people to the presentation, the promise must be that they're going to learn something valuable. And what they really want to learn is how at least to begin solving a problem that you are an expert in solving. So what you want to do is build a presentation that demonstrates you've got some kind of methodology, that you've got some kind of recipe, framework, blueprint, map, a way of solving that client's problem, and build a presentation that showcases that methodology. Now, the style of presentation that does that the most effectively is either a 30, 60, 90-minute, maybe 2-hour presentation that truly serves people with this huge value around this modular framework that you've created. And we call that a serve and sell style presentation. And that's very different to your traditional sales presentation because it focuses on serving, not on selling. It focuses on giving. And of course, the secret of living is giving, and that's the same for business. Give and you shall receive. And the giving needs to be valuable knowledge, know-how, and experience that you built up over the years of how to solve a particular problem. But you've got to build a presentation that's both scientifically created and artistically delivered in a way that inspires people to action. Now, how can you learn to put your serve and sell presentation together? Well, it just turns out, having done this now for the best part of 19 years, I've got an event that you can attend that will teach you everything you need to learn to put that together. It's called Presentation Profits, and it's happening very soon. And here's the best part about it: it's a virtual event. You're not going to have to leave the comfort of your own home to enjoy this event. You can roll out of bed and watch it there on your home computer. There's no travel, no time away from family, no expensive hotel bills either. And I'll teach you everything that I've done over the last 19 years that got me from wannabe speaker, wannabe entrepreneur, headline performer at some of the biggest arenas in the world, including the London O2 Arena, speaking alongside greats such as Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, and even a couple of presidents of the United States. So if this sounds interesting to you and you'd like to discover how you can sell your service better, not just one-to-one, but actually one-to-many, to a hungry crowd of people who want to learn from you, therefore you'll be positioned as an authority and an expert, showcasing you know your stuff, and a presentation that truly gets you the type of sales that you deserve for your business. If that sounds good, go register for it right now, click a button below, and it's also free of any charge. The reason I'm doing that is because at the end of Presentation Profits, there's a fair chance you might want to hire me or my team to help you put that presentation together. And if so, I'd love nothing more than to potentially have you as one of our new case study clients. Anyways, it's completely free and there's no obligation to buy anything at all. So go ahead right now and register for the event at Presentation Profits. I will share with you exactly how to put a presentation together that serves people and sells and gets you the business you deserve. I'll see you at Presentation Profits. Click link below. See you soon. Bye-bye. Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. One more thing before we hand over shortly to one of our guest presenters. It's something called retargeting. Now, actually, you can see in set here, I'm actually in a bin. Do you remember we did this, right? So we're in Trafalgar Square. You can see it there, and in the very corner, left-hand corner, as you look up at the National Gallery there, in the corner there is a giant dustbin. I jumped in this bin to do the ad. Why? These are retargeting ads. It's someone who clicked the link, went to your registration but didn't register. So they might have got waylaid, might have run out of time, maybe got distracted, they're worth following up with. So what we do is we send them a funny video. It normally needs to be funny because then again it breaks the tension of asking for the sale the second time. No, you're not asking for a sale, but asking for the registration a second time. So I jumped in this bit and was talking about, hey, you went to register for my event, but you didn't do it. Do you think my stuff is rubbish? So that was the angle we were using on that one. Make sense? The one I'm going to show you, though, is actually one that was shot in the same location as the previous ad. We went round the corner, if you remember, and we saw those deck chairs. And I told you had to slap me in the face, which you were happy to do. Bad. No, I was quite... Yeah, well, I thought you'd refuse, but you were like, yes, let's do it. Anyways, so let's show you that one. It's fun, it's engaging, and all I'm actually doing ultimately is I'm creating some fun around an angle of some kind and then re-ask them. It's a shorter ad. Take a look. Hey. How are you? Where have you been? Sorry, I nodded off. Maybe you did as well. Look, you're watching this because you showed an interest in creating what's called a serve and sell presentation for your business to win new clients. Because look, today the best way to win clients, to sell a service, is by doing a presentation, a 30, 60, 90 or 2-hour presentation that truly showcases that you know your stuff. But you've got to make that attractive, otherwise no one's going to sit through it. But if your presentation truly begins to teach people how to begin solving a problem and showcases you've got some kind of method, approach, blueprint, map, some kind of way uniquely of solving their problem, you're going to win new business. So look, this is your last chance. It's last call. We want you to attend the presentation.
Do you have a
I'm giving you a free ticket to the event. It's virtual, which means you can actually sleep and then wake up and just suddenly watch it on your computer. No hotel bills. There is no travel, no time away from family, and it's free as well. So go ahead right now, click a button below. This time, go register for Presentation Profit. It will be one of the best things you did for your business in the last 10 years. Go and do it now, and I'll see you at Presentation Profits. Go ahead and do it now. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, welcome back. Look, if you've not yet registered, you haven't put your name in order to have a phone call with my team, I'm talking to you now, right? To you directly. What is your hesitation? What is your reservation? Because whatever it is, that hesitation, that reservation is heavy and it's costing you a lot. Whatever belief you have right now about why you can't do this, or why it's not the right time, or why you think you run out of money, you are almost certainly not correct. Please, let me help you. Years ago, when I used to work for Churchill Insurance, a friend of mine, he had left the organisation and went to work for another organisation and was making like £6,000-7,000 a month. And I was full of excuses why I couldn't do it. But he got me to do it, and we ended up building a business together. We made £21 million out of a business that we started with practically no money. In fact, I borrowed about 10 grand from the Abbey National and turned that money into £21 million. Look, most business owners borrow money in order to start a business. Right now, money is available. You probably have a card of some kind, no doubt, that you can put this on. So why wouldn't you use it? I'm not asking you to invest in a depreciating asset like a car, which probably isn't the best use for credit. I'm asking you to invest in real estate. This real estate. The real estate in your mind. To turn this into an asset that you can leverage over and over and over again. And I've given you an extraordinary opportunity to work with us through our scholarship program. And we still have a couple of places available as we speak right now. A calls are still taking place. So if you're on the fence, don't sit on the fence. You know what's going to happen if you sit on the fence? You get splinters up your bottom. It's not very nice. So
all the pains in your indecision. So please, I implore you, I got started in this industry because even though I created that business for £21 million, I was bored. I was like, I didn't have any focus. I wasn't living my mission. And what got me there was a partner of mine. She became highly depressed because something happened in her life. I took her to see Tony Robbins. I saw an advert on TV for Tony Robbins, and we ended up buying his program. It cost tens of thousands of dollars. Flew over to the Orange County Convention Center in Florida. As luck would have it, he ended up working with her one-to-one to a live intervention. I remember thinking to myself, this is amazing, right? He changed her life. He had skills and abilities that the doctors didn't have. And I thought, this is incredible. And a voice went off in my head and said, like, hey, Andy, maybe that's why you're here. Maybe you should be doing what he's doing. Which, of course, was closely followed by another voice that said, who the bloody hell do you think you are? We all have a voice like that, don't we? I'm to this. I'm not enough of that. I didn't do anything with it. I just thought, don't be stupid. Like, look at him. He's giant. You can't be like him. Like, he's just, like, you can never replicate that. Tony Robbins said to me, he said, the greatest way you can honor me is to outgrow me. And that, I think, is a great piece of advice for a mentor to a mentee. So I'll do the same for you. I want you to outgrow me. Like, outgrow my reach. You outgrow it, right? You do better than I am. Nothing would be greater pleasure than seeing you rise to the top. Because it took another event. I took 6 months of waiting and wasting 6 months of being bored and listless, doing a job and a career I didn't really love, in a business that I'd lost all love for. It took 6 months before I went to another Tony Robbins event and got in front of them again. And we're meant to do we were meant to pair up the stranger and look directly into their eyes with all this love. And I'm quite an introvert, so I didn't want to do it. So everyone else pairs up, and now I'm sitting on my own. I realised the only person left in the room who didn't have a partner was Tony Robbins. So I walk up to his front of the stage, the stage. I get past the security guards. I motion to him, would he be my partner? And to my complete surprise, he agreed. And I got to have 5 minutes with Tony Robbins, 5 minutes of intimacy with Tony Robbins that changed my life. Honestly, I was so grateful for what he'd done for us, what he'd done for me. I was weeping and crying. I didn't realise how stressed I was, how much I was holding myself back, how much I was settling for just okay. And also I realised that I've been a supporter for all this time, and now I needed support. I needed to say, okay, I need help. And so, to my great surprise, he started crying as well. I was crying, he was crying. It was a weird moment, but it was in that moment I made a decision. I'm doing this. I'm going to find a way. And that way happened 19 years ago. And that way has led me to be with you today. Life is cyclical. Right? Life works in cycles. And I somehow believe that your cycle has now collided with my cycle. And we are now entwined and engaged. And so I can't leave you hanging. I wouldn't do that to a friend. I wouldn't leave you sitting there hanging without a solution to the problem clearly you want to solve, or the results that you want. So do me a favour, please, right now, put your phone number into the box that's appeared. Put it in there now, please. Please trust in me. If I need to lend you my beliefs until you don't need them anymore, I'll lend you the beliefs you can do it, because you can. Paul Preston did it. It was a cleaner on £6 an hour. Right? By the way, we need great female speakers too. More and more great female speakers are now coming through because I've been training and teaching them for 19 years. You saw Sally there. She'd made £800,000 out of a single presentation. Even if you made just a tenth of that, 80,000, you're probably quite happy, wouldn't you? And the investment I'm offering you, which is £665 to get in as a deposit, or you can do it all in one go if you like for $17.95. It's peanuts. And if you can't get yourself to see that, then I think maybe you misjudge yourself. Maybe you misjudge this moment and this opportunity. How much pain do you want to endure? How much pain do you have to go through to realise the universe is trying to help you? God, if you want to, is trying to help you. You know the famous story, don't you, of the preacher who was very religious, and he was in the village, and the village started to flood, and so he climbed up to the first floor in the building because the ground floor was flooded. A boat come past. I said, "Hey, preacher, please get in the boat. We're going to save you." He said, "No, that's okay. God will save me." And then the water continued to rise up to the roof. He went on the roof, and another boat came past. Said, "Preacher, please get in the boat. We are going to save you." He said, "No, it's okay. God will save me." He went up to the very top of his house, holding onto the chimney. The water still continued to rise. A helicopter comes past, drops down the rope. "Preacher, take the rope, please. We're here to help you." "No, it's okay. Save yourselves. God will save me." Well, unfortunately, floods continued to rise, and he drowned, and he went up to the afterlife and met his version of God and said, "Well, hey, God, I dedicated my life to you. I was there for you. Where were you when I needed you?" He said, "Well, I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter." So look, please take the rope. Take the rope I'm offering you now. Look, when people come to this, once we give you an opportunity to come to our scholarship, if you don't take it, we're not going to give it to you again. Right? We're not going to give you another opportunity once you've turned it down once. If I give you a gift and you choose not to accept it, why would I give you the gift all over again another time? That makes no sense. I'm here to offer you this opportunity now. We have just a handful of those scholarships left available. Calls are still taking place. Get on the list for one of those calls now. Put your phone number now, please. Put it into the chat. Let my team talk to you. Open a dialogue with us. Let's see how well we can help you too. I want you to become my next best case study story. I want your slides to be shown here. This is Miles. Miles was an experienced coach, but he was actually homeless, living in a friend's basement, not sure how to change things. This is Miles today. Miles now teaches and coaches how to create a coaching environment and how to create a coaching business. He's made £320,000 in 3 years. He's married now. He's a great dad, and you can see he is very happy. Now, he's starting to get the investment together, but only 10% of the ultimate investment of what this is actually worth. You haven't got to pay it back. You've just got to make an investment. 6, 6, 5, 3 simple numbers. 665 times 3 over 3 months. You can afford it. Just put it on a card. Do something. Don't sit there and just hope things will change. Because if things must change, you must change. This is Sammy Blindell. She's a marketing agency owner. She was burnt out. She was thinking of giving up. As a result of doing what I'm teaching you how to do, she made $7 million in sales, switched to a serve and sell presentation, became a best-selling author as well, now an award-winning speaker. This is Stephen Green. We saw him earlier. A former army soldier, wanted to inspire his local town of Redcar. He's still doing it to this day. Stephen is most inspirational speaker of the year. He is Guinness World Record holder, creator of The One, and now he's made $7 million in sales. When is your journey going to begin? The last few protege places remain. Will you take one of them? Will you reach your potential? Remember, these are the prices that you would pay for our online training program, $3,995, if you're not in the scholarship opportunity. And we do still have places in that scholarship opportunity right now. You'll also be coming to Speakers University Live and learning directly from me for 4 exclusive days. You'll also be getting 12 weeks of, not fortnightly, but weekly group classes. We upgraded this just the other day. So 12 group classes over 12 weeks. You'll be getting a Facebook group to belong to with all the other folks that are in the scholarship program as well. And you'll be coming into 2-day virtual Transform the Messenger Within, 2-day 6-figure summit, 2-day Marketing Message Millions, all delivered virtually. The entire program would be as follows: $3,995 for the online, 4-day live in-person training, 4 consecutive days, Thursday through Sunday, Monday through Thursday, you choose, will be $4,995. The Zoom meetings will be $1,995 in total. Remember, there's 12 of those. The support group will be £500. The Transfer the Messenger Within will be $1,795, as with the 6-figure summit, and the Marketing Your Message for Millions would be $1,995. but it's not your investment. As part of the scholarship program, even though it's worth £17,065, we've got 2 places remaining for just indeed a small incremental sum of just 665. 665 right now times 3 gets you there. Or you can do it as a single investment of £17.95. 3 payments of £665 over 3 months, or 1 single investment of £17.95 that saves you £200. My team will walk you through it. My team will tell you if it is something that is a good fit for you. Open up a dialogue with us right now. Let us help you. Put your phone number right now into the chat. We want to help. Our call is waiting, and our call is waiting for you. Put your phone number right now in, and please remember that when you put your phone number in, take your phone off of silent, please, because otherwise you won't recognize we're calling. Be ready when we call, otherwise you'll be going to the back of the queue. There is a queue already there. A couple of places still remain. I hope that you will be able to get one of them. Go ahead right now and put your phone number into the box. We're going to take a short break now for 15 minutes, and when we come back, we're going to be introducing you to a guest speaker who's going to be sharing with you how to craft and create a presentation that's delivered over the phone. How you follow up with clients, those that show interest but ultimately aren't ready. You can follow up them later. We'll show you how that's done. So go ahead right now, take a short break, 15 minutes. Please answer our call when we call you. Take your phone off silent. My team is reaching out to you right now. Put your phone number in. See you back in 15 minutes.